3年4年哦，对对，那个，所以你就是来念本科，哦，差不多毕业，喜欢香港，对，那会留在香港工作吗？这样的。Welcome everyone. So this is the second training workshop for the Hong Kong Social Enterprise Challenge. So first of all, congratulations, you all semi-finalists. So I mean, you must have beaten 80 or 100 other teams to be here. And today we're going to talk about how to write a business plan. The idea is we want you to learn more about writing a business plan during the presentation, so you'll do even better next time when you do your presentation. Don't worry about this. This is just some formality about disclaimer and all that. So we'll skip this page. So the objective today is, first, we want to improve your skills of writing a business plan. We want to improve your skills of presenting a business plan. And also how you're going to assess the social impact of the social enterprise that you propose that you're going to create. Now, so for this training course today, we are prepping you to do the business plan presentation in the PowerPoint format. But for the actual competition, you need to submit an actual full business plan in vertical text. So you're going to do the PowerPoint presentation and submit a full plan with a Word document with all the information. But today, you will learn how to do your presentation. So we're going to divide it into two parts. The first part are all commercial aspects of social enterprise. So in fact, regardless of whether you are doing a social enterprise, you will learn about how to actually write a business plan for a proper business. You know, when you need to go to see the investor and you need to ask them for money, you know, what sort of business plan should you write? What sort of standard or would be required so that the investor would actually consider investing in your venture? So part one would be all the commercial aspects. Business planning, you know, how to do market analysis, how to do some financial analysis, and then also how to improve your presentation skills. And then, in the spirit of social enterprise, the part two will be on how do you assess the social impact of the social enterprise that you propose to actually create. So we'll do a lot of training, learning in a lecture style, but every bullet point that you learn here will also do some exercise. So each of you will have the opportunity today to come up and present something. And you have to work in a team to actually prepare the exercise. So there will be like 5 or 6 exercises. So roughly we'll run from 9:30 to around about 5:30. I think we'll have a lunch break at 12:30 for 1 hour. Okay? Now, just a little bit of introduction of myself, why I'm speaking to you today. I am a founder and partner of a company called Dark Horse Investment, which we focus in angel investment. Anybody heard of angel investment? You know what angel investment is? Okay. So for those who don't know what angel investment is, it means we invest in early stage startup, usually in technology startup. So we invest in company in a very early stage where they may not even have a product ready. They don't have a customer. They probably only have a concept. And we want to invest in a company like that has a big future, a good future. Imagine we are trying to look for the next Google when they're still at university. So hopefully the return will be big. But then, of course, the reason we call ourselves Dark Horse is I don't do actually horse racing. But if you actually bet on horses, and if you bet on a dark horse, a black horse, right? 黑马 or 蓝马, right? That means if it actually wins, you win big. But if it loses, then you lose everything. So that's the spirit of angel investment. Now, the reason it's relevant is because you just submitted a plan for your social enterprise. So you are actually starting something new. It may not be technology related, it may not be scalable, but still, it's a a new company that you're trying to create. And so we look at a lot of companies like that. I'm also a founder and consultant of Decisive Consulting. That's actually my own consulting practice for business consulting. So I help people to do due diligence, business development, feasibility studies. I'm advising on a few, some education and well-being social enterprise. So this is an organic farm plus green life plus corporate social responsibility. This is one of the social enterprise that we are actually establishing by combining a few of the companies that are already providing services in this area. I used to work for McKinsey & Company. Anybody heard of McKinsey & Company? Good. Okay, good. It's a business consulting firm, one of the best in the world, and we specialize in strategic consulting. So this is really like problem solving for the client in any sort of issues that they may have. I've also done a few technology startups in different areas, DSP, voice over IP, mobile, etc. And in terms of my education background, I studied in the UK for 12 years. I did my high school there, and then I did my undergraduate, my master, and my PhD at Cambridge. If you're interested, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and see that. But search for, you can try to search for Dominic Chan, but you can also search for legless bird. Legless bird is a bird with no leg. It can only fly and never stop. That's the idea. So you find a lot of my travel albums on there. By the way, I have been to all 7 continents, including Antarctica, right? Nancy, right? So this is something I hope, I hope to inspire people to travel more to see the world. And we were just talking about, apart from Mandarin, Cantonese, and English, I spoke a little French, a little Japanese, because I actually went to France and Japan to learn the language. Okay, enough of me. Let's start on the topic. So, business plan. Everybody should need to write it. It's a long process. You have to plan it. But what are actually the truth about business plan? Okay. Yes, you have to create a business plan for the investor if they want to see it. It actually requires a lot of discipline. So I hope when you actually write your plan, you really have to sit down, spend time. It actually helps you to understand your business. It creates a lot of thought processes, how you see the market, how you see the customer, how you see the people you are trying to help. And hopefully you should do a lot of research and do the SWOT analysis. And I think you have all heard about SWOT analysis, right? Strengths, weaknesses, and opportunity and threat. You have to do it. You can't actually outsource it. Your time is needed. Now, in the case of competition, of course you will be doing this because if you look at it from the commercial perspective, some people may come up with the idea, they may outsource and ask someone to do their business plan, but you don't learn anything in through that process. So you have to do it. Your time is needed. You can't outsource it, and for a proper business plan, up to the standard where investor will actually look and invest in it, it actually could take weeks and months because by the time you write something, you ask some advisors to look at it, and they will tell you that you have to change something. Maybe the market has changed, maybe the technology has changed. So you have to keep iterating and try to write a better and better business plan. So this is very, very basic. So now let's look at what would be the reality of it. And everybody will tell you this. By the time you finish writing it, it's already old. It probably is obsolete, especially in the technology venture, because things move so fast that by the time you finish writing it, someone else may have thought of the same idea. It's already old. But that's okay, because the reason you write a business plan is you will become an expert. So anybody come and challenge you, you can always defend your business plan if you have done your homework properly. And you know the industry. You should know the industry very well by the time you finish your business plan. So you know what needs to be changed. You know how the market is moving, and you can can amend your business plan, and you always have to be flexible because the world changes so fast, the market changes so fast. When you actually present to a lot of people, or you just talk to your advisor, the good ones, they will give you the true, honest opinion. I mean, criticism, and they can be quite harsh. Or you don't want to see how we actually, when we see someone come to us and present a business plan, we can be quite brutal. We'll tell them in their face, there's no such market, your product sucks, this idea is wrong. You just copy it from someone, it's not going to fly, and we think you're underestimating your cost. You're dreaming about your sales revenue. We'll tell them that straight in their face. And because we don't want to waste our time, we don't want to waste their time, and especially if they put their own money in and it's not actually a good idea, we don't want to see these people actually lose all their capital. And so most of these criticisms are probably true. So you should listen and adopt and adapt to the criticism. If people do give you their honest opinion. In terms of where you can get some help, hopefully you may have known some advisors. Of course, these advisors will be expert in the field that you are trying to establish. And then also maybe go and look for angel investors, because we look at a lot of business plan like this at a very early stage, so we know whether these are realistic, or whether you have left out some areas that you didn't think was important. Maybe you should get a patent for your invention. Maybe you should hire someone just to do the sales and marketing. Maybe you should be a little bit more conservative on your cash. So there are things that you might leave out, and it's always a good idea to ask someone to give you some suggestions. So what is actually needed in a business plan? I think the first thing you need to do is actually determine the objectives of your business plan. Why are you writing it? Who's going to read it? Who's going to see it? If you think about the audience, they actually have different objectives, right? If your objective is to raise capital, so you don't have enough money to start your business, then you're writing the business plan for the investor. If you are actually, if you have a good idea, a good product, but you need a partner to distribute your product, then you're presenting to your partner. Could be someone who's a supplier, could be a distributor, could be someone just have some sort of strategic resources that you don't have. So the business plan could be for the partner. You could be writing it for getting an advisor on board. If you can get an industry guru, to join your company as an advisor, that gives you a lot of credibility. But you have to gain these people's trust and get them excited to join your company as an advisor or key executive. So, but you see, for each of these, you have to fine-tune your business plan a little bit, right? Because the partners doesn't need to know, how much money you're going to raise. They just need to know, how much money you're going to make with them together, right? For example, you could be indeed recruiting some employee, whether senior or junior staff, right? Or senior mostly, if you're presenting a business plan. So you need to cater for them in a different way. Oh, by the way, you will get this PowerPoint after today. We didn't want to send it beforehand so nobody will come. So you can download this afterward, but you can take notes for some people. If you are actually generating sales, you're presenting to some customers. So you see, you need to fine-tune and tailor-make your business plan. Of course, you have to write the full plan anyway, but each time when you actually present it to a different audience, I would advise you should tailor-make it a little bit. Don't just give them a one-size-fits-all. In fact, there are things where you don't want other people to know. Like, for example, if you're raising capital, you're running to an investor. You may not want your customer to know about that, right? Who's going to invest and how much return, how much profit you're going to make.